Hey there, CIS102. This week, session 9, what we're going to do is build on what you started last week with system software in the text, and we are going to look specifically at Windows 10. Now, let me mention the following things first. Number one, Windows 10 is in no way, shape, or form the only operating system that you are going to see out there. Many of you I know are using Chromebooks at least part of the time. Many of you I know are using Macs at least part of the time. That one I think is the best decision. What you cannot see is a Macintosh, a Mac, an Apple. Anyway, they're Macs. But there are other operating systems out there. Windows XP is still being used. Windows 7 is still being used. I think Windows 2000 or something like it is being used on the International Space Station. So there's other operating systems out there that are doing work. There are server operating systems out there, and all of these things are true. Absolutely true. However, the one we're going to focus on, because number one, it's the machine that's most probably either number one in your possession, or number two, if you are back on campus, which I know is a dicey proposition right now, that's what you are going to see there. And what I'll also tell you is, quite honestly, that irrespective of the industry it is you end up working in, you are very, very probably going to use Windows 10 as your primary operating system. So we're going to focus on Windows 10. Here in my IT lab, which I know you're watching this through Eagle, but still. In my IT lab, there's the first of 2 sessions worth of training in Windows 10. There's a bunch of really, really useful stuff here. Keyboard shortcuts. I can tell you that makes my life much easier, especially now that I'm using more keyboard shortcuts with just the one hand, because this one, it just kills my shoulder to have to torque it at this angle to type. So keyboard shortcuts, amazing addition to your workflow. There are just a bunch of really great resources here. There was one more that I wanted to highlight. There's also essentially a cheat sheet in here. It's from Computer World. I know it is also below here in the Eagle description, but it is also here in my IT lab for you. Cheat sheets are fantastic. I'll tell you, over here, you cannot see, I have a binder just out of reach of a whole bunch of cheat sheets that I use for when I do things in Animate or Dreamweaver or Illustrator, or, if you name a software, I probably have a cheat sheet for it. I certainly have one for doing things like server settings, if I do things for other classes, or if I run things for other companies, because I just don't remember everything. We have been using external resources literally since we've lived in caves. This is not a bad idea to add to yours either. So we've got a ton of resources here for you. What I'll tell you is the workload here is mitigated. I will call it a mitigated workload. It's a little less than usual. What I would like to do is offer a reminder to anybody who is behind in any of their work that you can still go back and reclaim those points. If you haven't done so already, go back and reclaim some points in the hands-on grader projects, because those are going to be the, next to the quizzes in Eagle, those are going to be the biggest points values that you have in the course. So do not let those just be squandered. So you can see the workload balance here that is due for the 26th. We are talking for the next 2 weeks, like we did in this previous session, about Windows. In this case, it's Windows as operating system software. So have at it, everybody.